Yay! So we are here doing a reading for Deborah with Cheeky. She is the assistant in our I Ching reading for today. Good girl. All right, so we're rolling the coins to build the hexagram at this moment in time.
Cool.
All right, 2 heads and 1 tail. Very good.
One more time?
Yes, one more time, please. So as Deborah is rolling, I am looking to see what type of line she has received. 2 heads and 1 tail. Okay, wow, that's nice. So the thing to know about this inquiry is that it is stationary. It's not moving because all of the lines are set. None of them are changing. So the top part of here, we are looking to find, this is sun, and the bottom is the rain, which is Ken. So the reading number, the hexagram number is 53. So as we move through the book, we come to 53, developing, which is good. At least that word by itself is so similar to what your question was about how to develop, right? The questions are private, so I'm just gonna give Deborah a general idea about the question, and you may or may not be able to figure it out, but it's not important. The process is the part that's the more important. Okay, so developing. All right. Basically, for this hexagram, one of the main things that I would say is that the first part, this above area, this, you can see it's both sun and wind, and then you have the mountain. And so we've already been talking, right, about the mountain. So this is the hexagram, what it looks like, and I'm talking about the first section. So with the wind energy is wonderful because it can come in and it can clear. It can do a lot of opening. It's spacious. It allows you to connect very deeply with your intuition. As such, with developing with the mountain, it's like the combination of the intuition, but the small steps that it takes to go up a mountain. You don't just like jump up the mountain. You have to kind of slog a little bit. And so this response to this inquiry is an open invitation to, I don't know if pray is the right word, but really sit with the object of inquiry. So whether it's the project itself, sit with the project itself and see like, what is this project? Who is this project? How does it want to develop? How does it feel like it needs to come out into the world? So an example of that might be the book, right? So if I were to look at the book and I were to think about the nature, almost the soul of the book, because each creation has its own energy that's around it. So what you're being asked to do is, in order to develop an understanding of how to move forward with this, is to tap into that energy of creation around the project, because it will tell you how to bring it into the world. And so that, what I like about this is that like, that's the wind, right? And then the mountain are all the small disciplined steps that it takes to carry out that vision.
It's really helpful that you're recording it for me, because I'll
I'm the same way. And like, you notice how I was just like, oh, okay, I'll write all these notes, and then I'm like, no notes happened. So interestingly, we have wind energy coming up for us. Oh, hi. Okay, excuse me. Yay, so we're back to our reading. Cheeky has displaced me, so I'll just be standing patiently over here. This little pumpkin wants to join the reading. And so she reminds me that we were on wind. And I just turned to it right there. Boom. How awesome is that? Okay. Oh, well, thank you, Cheeky. The reason that I wanted to bring up the wind is that I think it would be really interesting this year. So wind takes place in July. And I would be interested to see if you can't harness the energy of the wind in the collective to assist you to move the project forward, to connect with the project, to just come into accordance with the project. Yeah. So wind, what I also like about it is that anything that doesn't fit, anything that's out of alignment will be swept away. So that's part of what this one is saying. And again, the mountain, you know, the mountain energy. The mountain energy brings up sometimes like a little bit of doubt, a little bit of fear, but it also brings in the reminder that you'll want to kind of observe the steps that you're taking towards the completion of the project and celebrate the small things, because it will seem like you have to climb Everest or wherever, because it's going to seem almost insurmountable. Like sometimes the mountain energy can feel that way, and the amount of steps that it takes to get something done can be disconcerting is not the right word, but demotivating. Daunting, yes, that's an even better word. Yeah, so just thinking about that, I think is one way. You have almost all the elements, because from like wind or air, you also have fire and water as well, which are really good balancing. So, yeah, so without the change, because we have not a lot of movement in this, it's really going to be an inquiry into, they say, a slow unfolding of the process. But that's okay too.
Yeah, I just need to live long enough.
Oh my goodness. Yes, well, you take good care of yourself.
Make an effort.
Persistence is your friend, discipline is your friend in this particular reading. Does that help?
Yeah, that's helpful.
Okay.
I'm doing it no matter what. Any encouragement's good.
Yeah. I feel like this reading is a lot like my own work in the I Ching. Last year, maybe 30 units sold. But this year, a lot more have sold. And it just takes that slow, gradual movement over time.
Build up.
Yeah.
This is the more substantial book, I think, this year, too.
Oh, this year for sure. Yeah.
And I always like that it's a spacious book, that you can make notes in the margin.
Yeah.
That's really wonderful, too.
Well, this is interesting. One thing to bring up about wind energy also is that the last line, 6, is always kind of a warning in the I Ching, at least one of the lines when you're reading it. The first line kind of gives us the base information about like, what is the arc of the journey that you're going to be on when you're in this energy? What is the arc of developing? We start here and we go through your heroine's journey to where?
Yeah.
And then 2 through 5, lines 2 through 5 are oftentimes what the movements of the energy feel like. I was just looking at wind again. Some of what it was saying is that occasionally you will have fear arising. And that's interesting because that matches mountain energy, where there's both fear and doubt that continue to arise and that can get in your way. It's maybe also an invitation to develop practices that would help you to work through any fear or any doubt that arises so that you can continue the discipline of the journey and the small movements forward, step by step.
Okay, cool.
All right. Yeah, so that's your first one. Would you like another?
Oh, no, that's good. That's good to start with. Thank you. Really love that.
The I Ching reading that Eve did for me was very helpful. I asked a question regarding my work with respect to getting my work out into the world, which is very much of a concern. It's a very big concern for me these days. And I appreciated Eve's insight as well as Chiki's energy. Chiki was out large in the house, and we got it done.